no reason.
I think World of Warcraft could have balanced characters, classes more.
In what way?
If we are to make these new
And
Like-
in what,
then we must have
like,
places to rest our
expansion in
battle-weary
general,
Like-
or?
Lay your axe by the fire and share the stories of your
Generally,
mighty
yes.
battles.
Like, I think Hunter and Mage should be nerfed. Like, not only in vanilla, I'm talking about the whole World of Warcraft.
But like nerfed in what way? Like nerfed for PvE, for
Where would you like to
PvP?
fly to?
Like, for anything. It's not fair to me. I mean, it's my fault that I didn't make a mage, but that's not the saying. That's not the story here. The story is like there is no other character that can enter Maraudon or like Zolfarak and boost 4 other players by himself, killing elites like mage can do. There is no other character that can do that. There is no other character that can make gold like that with portals and boosting and AoEing. Like me as a rogue, like you make a rogue
But,
as a
like,
beginning. Somebody who doesn't know anything about WoW, he makes a warrior and he struggles so much, and he can never go and make money from other people because he just doesn't have an option. I understand that it's a different class, but comparing to that, mage is too much overpowered.
Listen, that's what I think is actually the problem which WoW is trying to like. That's how I think they destroyed the game, by going with the logic that they should balance things. And hear me out why. The point is that this is a fantasy role-playing game, and like as much as you wanna like balance it and make it PvP or whatever, it is a role-playing game. Now, what that implies is that if they balance it perfectly, a lot of things are gonna be lost from the game. So they even started doing that by like adding a bunch of things to make the game easier, to make things like more easy to attain, and this and that. And that's how you already started losing like basically, you know, with mythic dungeons and shit, like you lose the amazement of like, oh, look at this item. Like whenever you were playing classic, do you realize how often you're finding an item and you'll show me like, oh, it looks so cool, it's so cool. In retail you don't have that basically ever. So what I mean is, a mage is a mage, and if you think about it from like just the logic of if a mage existed in the real world, of course he's more OP than a warrior. And I'm fine with that, even if I'm a warrior main, because like it's impossible to balance it differently. Like he's a spellcaster, he can make portals, he can destroy dungeons. Like
no, that's fine. That's fine. I'm talking about that. Not nerfing him in that sense that much.
okay,
Nerfing him in a sense where, for example, just as you say, but also I don't have much knowledge about this, so
okay.
I really learned what's role-playing game 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, that's fine.
I want to say is like, if it's a role-playing game, and somebody is able to make a really good business just because they're mage, I, as a role-playing warrior, should have at least a possibility to be able to make the same gold as mage some other way. Okay, he's making on portals, and he's making it on boosts. But me as a warrior, I cannot make any money. Me as a rogue, I can make money on lockpicking. That's
But
fine.
hear me out. That's what I'm saying about role playing, because like I play D&D, and I also like did some homebrew things with D&D, and I also what's homebrew? Yeah. So homebrew is basically when you make your own rules for D&D. So I made basically my own game, and when you get to things like the economy, it gets really fucked up, and here's why. If you compare today's real world to, let's say, medieval times or ancient times, a lot of things are cheaper today in some way because you can make them cheap by using like what's it called, like automated, like big fabriche, like fucking hell, what's the name?
Fabrica is the same.
What's the name for a
Same
fabrica
word.
in Serbian? I'm retarded.
Fabrica or paprika?
No, fabrica, like
The
like
just a second.
we have machines that can make stuff, is what I'm trying to say. My brain isn't working. So like because of the industrialization, we can make things super cheap and sell them more cheap than like what that killed is actually what you're saying about warriors in a way. I'm gonna get to my point, but like if you think about like a shoemaker or a blacksmith, they almost don't exist today unless they're like exceptionally good, because you can all do that basically with machines and do it much cheaper. So we're getting like shittier stuff in
And
some ways, but in some other ways we get like higher precision as well because machines are doing it. That's literally the comparison of why like a warrior loses a job compared to a mage, in the same sense of like why a blacksmith loses his job compared to like machines. The problem is that when you add magic to games and you add enchants and a bunch of other things, like imagine if it's the real world and a mage can fucking teleport. Like no matter how strong I am, I can be fucking Goku. Like I can't offer you the same thing that that mage can. Like that mage will always be paid more. It's fucked up. But like as I'm saying, like when you add magic to economies, there's so many things that like just boost the economy that everything becomes more expensive. Like you also have so much more money in the system then, because the expensive things that like think of it this way: if I can pay a horse to make me travel from like let's say Thunderbluff to Orgrimmar. Like I either rent a horse or buy a horse or whatever, or like buy an escort, buy a warrior to escort me from Thunderbluff to Orgrimmar. Like, is that gonna be in any way possibly the same price as a mage teleporting me there? You know, it's broken. You can't compare it. So like as soon as you add that, what I'm saying is like okay, you have real world currencies, which is basically like I can deduce by historical values like how much it was charged to, for example, like travel from a place to place or rent a horse or something. So then I have to assume that like teleporting or similar would have to be much more expensive.
No, it's a role-playing thing. It can be free, depending on the mage.
Yeah, but
Now,
like
that's another thing.
like-
When I played WoW long time
Okay.
ago on like real servers, when there was no layers and shit, maybe Portal was like 20 silver, 30 silver, and I had a lot of gold. Now portals are fucking 1 gold.
okay, that's two
Because
different
mages-
that's two different problems now. Number
Yes.
one, that's basically what you were talking about GDKP in the sense that like everyone is now spoiled and everyone's trying to like sell shit, so everything is
Yes.
more expensive, and that is bullshit. And I agree with you. But from another point of view, just as like if you're thinking that you're living in World of Warcraft and you're just immersed in the fantasy, it would be even more expensive than it currently is because like basically in this world like mana costs you nothing. But like in the real world it would cost a mage a lot to make a portal. So like teleporting would be insanely expensive. You know, like it would
Yeah.
tire him out. So like it depends how you look at it, but like yeah, I don't know. I don't specifically mind portals, but like definitely buying like items for gold and shit like that, and like boosts, like being boosted by a mage, that shit is destroying the game.
Yeah.
That is 100% destroying the game.
I was just boosted by a mage recently for like a half a level, and I was watching him, and I made a video of him, bro. I'm not lying to you, Karaga. He pulled 350 mobs.
Yeah, I understand.
Karaga, 350 mobs. Not one is dead. He's just walking with the whole dungeon.
Yeah, he also has like the armor. He doesn't care. Yeah.
And on the end, he collects them all, and in front of me just blizzarded them and kills 350 elite mobs
Yeah, and it's like
in like
Yeah.
10 minutes. And I'm like, first of all, I'm never able to do this, not with 7 characters that I'm gonna make. So you cannot tell me that. I understand that balancing can fuck up a game, but also you cannot tell me that mage is just a little bit out of balance.
like it
That's why you have so many mages.
it might sound crazy for you, but like here's my problem with it. Okay, I'll explain. Like because we're comparing roleplay and everything. The way to actually balance a mage would be to make it so that like once he spends his mana, he can't do shit for a while. It doesn't regenerate fast. But that would also destroy a lot of like basically like if you're looking at it like when you play a mage, the number one thing that makes you want to not play him is that like you always have to drink and you wait for mana.
Yeah.
So like it's tough to do it. Like it depends because like if you're making it a full role playing game, then it would be like basically you're out of mana, you need to rest for a day, come back, play tomorrow. You know, like that would be realistic.
Yeah.
So, like, no one really wants to play that. So yes, you need to find a mix, but it's hard to find a mix between
Like, he
like.
even has free water and free everything. Like, it just pisses me off. I'm fine. I'm fine with mages. I'm fine with having a mage.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
But like, a rogue is overall also overpowered, but it doesn't piss me off. Even when I'm playing another character and a rogue kills me, it doesn't piss me off. As much as it pisses me off, I mean, pisses me off. It doesn't really piss me off. I don't give a shit. But it's like annoying a little bit because it's like mages, bro. Too much gold, too much possibilities. I understand that it's a fucking, but that's why, as I said, rogue has stealth, mage has all that shit. That's why you have the most mages and rogues. I don't think that's balance. Like, I don't think that balancing a server that is forcefully having less mages and rogues is worse for a game. I don't know if I'm the
I,
right dungeon. I don't think so. Fuck.
I get what you're saying, but yeah, it's difficult to figure some of those things out. I don't
Possibly,
know.
I'm in the right dungeon. I don't fucking know.
Wait, let me see where
It's
the
like the doors are
fuck I
opened.
am. Wait though. Wait though, wait though.